Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we are diving deep into SPDR S&P 500 ETF. Our initial report was published on our website on Monday, the 4th of August, 2025. And now, we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and get free price predictions and deep analysis for anyone among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 27th of May 2025, our system has ranked the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a buy candidate, assigning it a score of 2.58. Now, let's examine the ETF's performance during this period. The ETF has experienced a gain of 6.77%. This translates to an average return of 0.14% per day since it was designated as a buy candidate. The exchange-traded fund is situated within a narrow and robust upward trend in the short term, indicating that further increases within this trend are anticipated. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of approximately 11.78% over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging between 10.30% and 14%. In terms of a longer time frame, our 12-month analysis points to a projected change of 6.72%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could fluctuate between a decline of 13.88% and an increase of 7.88% over the next year. In current terms, this would place the future price within a range of $543.59 to $680.92. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF highlights a positive trend. Green day on Monday for SPDR S&P 500. The price of the SPDR S&P 500 ETF increased by 1.52% on the last trading day, which was Monday, the 4th of August, 2025. It rose from $621.72 to $631.17. Throughout the trading session, the ETF experienced fluctuations of 1% with a low of $624.94 and a high of $631.18. Over the past 2 weeks, the price has shown a slight gain of 0.38%. On the last trading day, the volume of shares traded decreased by 67 million, totaling 73 million shares exchanged, amounting to approximately $45.88 billion. It's important to note that declining volume in conjunction with rising prices can indicate divergence and may serve as an early warning of potential changes in the coming days. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price for the ETF reached $639.46, while the lowest was $481.80. Currently, the price sits 1.3% or $8.29 below the 52-week high of $639.46, which is also the all-time high for the ETF. The S&P 500 experienced a notable rally today, surging 1.5%. Indicating renewed investor confidence following the volatility of last week. The rebound is particularly significant after a disappointing jobs report and persistent inflation concerns have affected market sentiment. Analysts remain cautious. However, some optimistically predict that the S&P 500 could reach new all-time highs this August, reflecting an underlying strength in the economy despite recent challenges. Additionally, with reports highlighting rapid sales growth among certain S&P 500 companies, investors are being advised to focus on stocks demonstrating robust revenue increases as a potential outperforming strategy. The Federal Reserve's decision to keep interest rates steady amid ongoing economic fluctuations shows their intent to navigate these turbulent waters without adding pressure through further hikes. Short-term, the increase in SPY prices can be attributed to investor reactions to these positive growth indicators and recovery movements from last week's declines. In the long term, the sustained growth forecast and strategic stock selections could bolster investor confidence further, potentially driving SPY to even higher levels as economic data continues to improve. However, much will hinge on forthcoming economic reports and Fed actions that will shape market direction. The following signals have been identified for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Friday, July 25, 2025, and so far it has fallen by nearly 1%. Further decline is expected until a new bottom pivot is established. Additionally, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, or MACD. Some positive signals have also been issued, which may influence near short-term developments. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. However, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there is a general buy signal for the ETF, indicating a positive forecast. On further gains, the ETF will encounter resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $632.67. Conversely, in the event of a decline, the ETF will find support from the long-term average at approximately $620.20. A breakout through the short-term average will trigger a buy signal, while a breakdown through the long-term average will trigger a sell signal. Volume decreased during the last trading day despite price gains. This creates a divergence between volume and price, which may serve as an early warning. The ETF should be monitored closely. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving Average Convergence Divergence, sell signal. Pivots, sell signal from 7 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 6 days ago. Short-term moving average, sell signal from 4 days ago. If we examine the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, sell signal from 3 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal from 59 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages, buy signal from 48 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you wish to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. SPDR S&P 500 finds support from accumulated volume at $621.72, which may present a buying opportunity as an upward reaction is expected when this support level is tested. Generally, this ETF exhibits controlled movements, and with good liquidity, the associated risk is considered very low. Over the past day, the ETF fluctuated $6.23 between its high and low, representing a movement of 1%. In the last week, the ETF has had an average daily volatility of 1.07%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF is at 632.08. If you do not own any shares, it may be wise to wait for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those already holding the ETF, this could serve as a point to consider for swing trading. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF faces its first support level at 621.72. If this support level remains intact, it could present a favorable entry point anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $608.82, reflecting a decrease of 3.54%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits very low daily fluctuations, which translates to a minimal risk profile. Additionally, there is a sell signal indicated by a pivot top identified 6 days ago. Is the SPDR S&P 500 ETF a good investment? Currently, several signals and indicators are negative, which we believe will impact the performance in the coming days and possibly weeks. However, we think that today's price level presents a potential buying opportunity, and we anticipate that the price will rise during or by the conclusion of this 3-month period, after examining the volatility and movements from the last trading day. Our analysis indicates that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Tuesday, the 5th of August, we expect the SPDR S&P 500 ETF to open lower by $2.08, starting at $629.10. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decisions solely on StockInvest.us. By using this information, you agree to take responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Please comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a lovely day. With regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.